everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I got something I really wanted to show you guys. I'm just finding out like a few days ago, even though I've been skating for so long, and that is the importance of these bearing spaces. Now, for those of you that are new to skating, or you haven't been skating for a long time, or you've been skating but then you haven't actually you don't know what the wheels are called. The spaces are actually those tiny little things when you take out the bearings in your wheels, right? So I'm going to take out one wheel here and then show you what the spaces are. Sorry if I'm a little bit cropped up on top here. I'm trying to get like a little bit of a table style setup here so you guys can see what I'm doing. So basically when you take the wheels out and then you take the bearings out of the wheels, there is actually two bearings. Now this little thing here, when you take out the bearing, as you can see here, there is two bearings in your skates. There is one here, there is one on the other side, obviously, which I just took out here. And then there is the spacer that is in the middle. Now I've been skating for like so long. I've been skating for 8 years, and I mean I've always had spacers in between, but I never really knew how useful they were until a few days ago when I was putting up this setup. So let me quickly grab this is my new setup I've been skating today. It's not a new skate, it's just a new setup. 490 I had the chance to skate them a little bit today before it rained out my day, so I didn't get to do much. So when I was fixing this, I've been skating a lot of three-wheel skates, so I had just three spaces, right? And so what happened was I had three spaces, and so I just fixed the wheels without the spaces, right? So over here I have this spacer in my hand. I just took it out the wheel. Let me show you what's going to happen when you don't use the. So I took two spaces out and I fixed it in the other skate that I just showed you. And I mean, this isn't much of a. It's not supposed to be like a big deal, but it came as a big shock to me because I've been skating for several years and I never really knew what they were used for, regardless of the fact that I always take my wheels out, clean my bearings, and they are in there, and then I fix them back, not actually knowing what they were meant to do in there. So on these frames, I have two frames here, this one lying here, and then this one, of which I just took a spacer out of the bearing. This is the spacer. Sorry if my lights are too bright, but then this is the spacer. Basically, the little thing that is in between your bearings, right? So on this frame here, 3110, same frame here, is between what I'm holding now and what I just put here is that there are spaces in these ones and there are no spaces in these ones. Okay, so when I spin this wheel, let me turn it this way so you guys can see the graphics. And my microphone is down here in my shirt, so let me know how I sound, if the sound is great for you, if there's anything I can do about the sound, because it's in here and I'm not really in control of how I sound like. So back to what I was talking about. So there is two frames here, this one and this one. This one I'm holding currently has the spaces in the wheels, right? So watch here. When I spin this, spin that, spin that, notice how free these wheels are spinning. I haven't cleaned these bearings in a while, but then notice how free they spin, right? Now check this out. This is the setup without the spaces, right? And they rarely spin. The middle one doesn't spin at all. This one doesn't spin at all, regardless of the fact that there is bearings in here. So I'm going to just take this out real quick and then show you guys something. So when I take this out, there are bearings in here, right? And these are bearings I use on the regular that usually work really well. They work really well. As you can see, they are spinning here. But then when I open them up here, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this spacer in the bearing. just like it's supposed to be. And then I'm going to fix it back here. So sorry, it's a little bit hard to do. Okay, finally went in. So this here has one spacer in the middle, right? Now, like I was saying earlier, there is no spacer in here, there is no spacer in here. And this time there is a spacer in here. Let me turn it so you can see the graphics, right? So notice, this doesn't spin quite as much because my bearings are probably old. So I'm going to do that with another wheel so you guys can see what difference the spacer actually makes. So, taking it out again, one wheel. I mean, let me know how I sound in the comments below. And if you're watching this, let me just know where you're watching from real quick. So again, it's out. Going to do that with a second wheel on the same frame actually. So it doesn't look like I'm changing stuff for you. So a different wheel out, and same way when you take out the bearings, there are no spaces in between, like I said earlier. Now this is the same spacer, same old bearings, right? And some of the bearings are actually not moving because I skated in the rain today. Yeah, so that's one bearing in there. Okay, this is a moving one. And now we have the same spacer in there. Nice. And I'm going to put it in the middle, like I showed. Oh, okay. So now, here we go again. This one has no spacer. This one has a spacer. Notice the difference. There is no spacer in here, like I said earlier. And then this is what I just fixed. There is a spacer in here. So I actually never I never knew the spacers actually made the wheels spin more freely and spin much better, because I would just take out my bearings, clean them, put the spacers back in, and then I never really noticed anything. So I was fixing this setup here. Like I said, this is what I'll be skating a lot lately because I haven't skated 4x90 flats in a so long time. So I'll be skating this tomorrow and trying to do like a review video of the setup and stuff like that. So when I fixed them, like I said, I only had 3 spaces and I didn't have a spacer in this one. Okay, notice they are all spinning because there are spaces in there. It's actually quite difficult to fix. It's actually quite difficult to put the axles in these frames because the frames are two-sided. But I'm going to try to take them off real quick and then demonstrate the spacer thing again for you guys, just to make you guys aware. And for those that don't know, like, the spacers actually make the wheels spin a lot faster, or they make the bearings spin more freely, because if there is no spacer, there is some sort of there is more friction in there, or like the axles sort of touch the wrong parts of the bearings, and so it doesn't make them spin faster. But you look from this setup I have here, notice how this wheel from this side, notice they spin very fast. Okay, so I'm going to need 2 Allen keys for this one. I'm going to take out the spacer from one of the wheels again, like I said, and then show you guys what difference it actually makes. So hold on. So again, one wheel off. These wheels were actually spinning really fast, and these are new bearings actually. Like, sorry if it's too bright. Yeah, these are new bearings. I have never skated these bearings. I have never skated these wheels. Try to skate them a little bit today. That's how come they're a little bit dirty on the, but as you can see, there is no wear on the wheels. There is no dirt even on the bearings, right? So same thing I did here. I'm taking the bearings out, and then there is a spacer in here. Okay, so there is actually like So this one has like another line or another ring on it, more like the planet with the rings, something like that. It's just round here so the axles can go in, and then there's other ring over it. And I actually like these pieces better. I don't know why, but I just think they look better, which they actually look better. And in terms of performance wise, I can't really tell because it's my first time actually realizing this. That's why I'm sharing it with you guys. So the spacer is out of the bearing now. The same wheel going back into the same position. Okay, from. Uh-huh. So going to tighten it up again. I really hope this does it for you guys. So I need two Allen keys to tighten this like at the first time. Now that's a little bit tight. So here we go again. See, spacer in here, spacer in here, spacer in here. Now notice this one. See, it spins alright, but then it doesn't go that fast. So let's do this demonstration again. Notice the first wheel still spinning, second one going, third one going. Now the one without the spacer. This just stops. This stops for some reason because, like I said, I skated it earlier today and there's a little bit of depth, but you can clearly see the difference between the wheel that has no spacer and then the ones that have the spacers. And this actually like this really surprised me because I've been skating for 8 years and I never actually noticed this. And most of the time when people didn't have spacers, I just went like, oh no problem, just fix it. And I actually like didn't know they had an impact on the way the skates move or how fast the wheels will go, how fast the bearing works and stuff like that. So that's just something I found out. I really hope it helped you out. And for those that didn't know, I hope you've learned something. And next time when you are cleaning your bearings or fixing your wheels in place, you actually like you are sure to get spaces in there to ensure your wheels move more freely, and yeah, so you can have a good time and then you can have fun skating and stuff like that. So yeah. I really hope you enjoyed watching this one. If you like watching skating videos and watching new places, I'm doing a video like twice every week on my channel, like at least a Tuesday and a Thursday or a Wednesday and a Friday. I'm uploading new videos on my channel. And if you enjoyed watching this one and if this was helpful, be sure to give me a like and be sure to let me know in the comments below what you would want me to touch on again or what you want to know about the setup when I finally skate it. And also, I have merch for those that would like to support me. I have merch. The link is going to be in the description below. I also have a Patreon. I have some really exclusive content on there that is never going to be on my YouTube channel. So you can check in my Patreon and then yeah, basically that goes a long way to support me as well and to keep me doing what I do. So yeah, let me know in the comments where you were watching from and then any other things you want me to touch on. Like I said earlier, I'm going to see you guys again in another video. Have a great day or have a great evening wherever you are. Have a great day, have a great afternoon, have a great evening. It's night on my end. I'll see you guys again in another video. Cheers.